You have heard and will hear many times that the mission of the University of Kansas is to lift students and society far above by educating leaders, building healthy communities, and making discoveries that will change the world. This is an important time for us. What we do this year and in the immediate years to follow will be vital to our ability to achieve those goals. The university strategic plan, which includes this plan and the medical center strategic plan, is also central to raising KU's stature and to securing our place among America's top research universities. Now, why do we have a strategic plan? I think all universities are supposed to, but why do we have a strategic plan, and why is it especially important now? Some of you will remember that when I first came, when I was asked to say what my goals were for the University of Kansas, I mentioned a few things that were easy to talk about for a research university, but they were also based on the small amount of information that I had about KU at the time. I noted that at the time, if we looked at our undergraduate students, we have only about 60% of our students leaving with a degree after 6 years. We were not adequately supporting our graduate students. Our research and scholarly productivity is top-notch in some areas, but really needs great attention in other areas. That is, we have uneven strength across our research and scholarly activity, and this affects our national stature, and in particular, it affects our membership within the American Association of Universities. So I talked about education, about research and scholarship, and about the third thing was about resources. Resources to do the things that we need to do to affect the quality of education and the quality of research and the support for our faculty efforts. The strategic plan has incorporated these goals and expanded them and involved the entire community in fleshing these out and also expanding the goals that we focus on. So we started with task force that launched in 2009. These laid the groundwork, especially in the first two areas. And then the strategic plan has added other areas. You have added other areas to our goals. And now the plan is also tied with changing for excellence, which I think of as a way of striving for organizational effectiveness. So as I think of these two things together, the strategic plan, which is focused on academic excellence, and changing for excellence, organizational effectiveness, I think these are the two components that will help us to reach our goals. Although a great deal of time, effort, and energy has gone into this plan, the best is yet to come. And in some ways, the most difficult part is yet to come. What we have now is an outline. We have a plan. We have a strategy. We've identified targets. We've started the implementation, but most of the implementation is to be done. So in some ways, most of the difficult work is to be done. Some activities, as I said, are already underway. We have already designed a new scholarship program. We are in the process of the general education renewal. We have already started the professional reporting online program that has been outlined. And there will be many other things implemented in the next few months and the next few years. This plan will guide us as we seek to meet the expectations that we have for ourselves, the bold aspirations that we have for the university. A few examples of what these might entail. Raising expectations for ourselves. We want to attract student scholars who will study our new curriculum and graduate in 4 years. And the parents love that when we talk about that at orientation. We want to recruit top faculty and staff and make sure we're able to keep the ones that we have. We want to elevate our stature nationally and internationally. We also want to raise the aspirations that we have for the state by making college affordable, by meeting the workforce needs of students and businesses. We want to be a magnet for innovation and entrepreneurship and therefore economic development. We want to provide outstanding health care both in terms of medical care, but also in terms of education and preventive strategies that create a healthier society. We want to raise hopes for our world. The 4 strategic initiative themes that you have outlined: creating a sustainable, prosperous economy and future, promoting well-being and discovering cures, building communities and helping all to reach their full potential, using information technology to spur new research and innovation. These aspirations, these themes, will help us to guide our investments in the future. And there will be summits this fall and early in the winter to bring together multidisciplinary teams to work out exactly how we will pursue these themes. Again, this is an important time for KU. The actions that we take in the coming months and years as we implement this plan will secure the success of the university and help us to attain the stature that we want to have. I want to thank all of you for the time that you have invested in this process and will continue to invest. We have been asking a great deal of you, of ourselves, over the last few months. And as I think about it, I'm impressed in some ways with the disconnect between what we're able to offer in terms of rewards and reinforcements because of the economy and what we're asking. I understand that. I get that. And yet the fact that things are difficult means that it's more important that we make the investments of time and thought and deliberation to where we want to go, how we're going to get there, the things we need to do, the people we need to do that. So I want to thank you. I realize that this is important. I realize that you have given of your time and energy, and I thank you on behalf of the university. Jeff.
Good afternoon. It's great to see so many of you here today who are directly responsible for crafting this strategic plan. I first want to say that this general piece is really a very striking one and an outstanding one. I want to thank Tim Camboni and his colleagues, especially in university relations, for putting together a snapshot that captures the essence of both what this campus and the medical center have done in their strategic planning efforts. And what you all have been involved in, the longer version that we've been previewing in recent weeks, that's about to come out in equally dramatic fashion. It's a little longer, it'll be over 70 pages, but it really captures the work that we have done to put forward the vision that the Chancellor was talking about. The level of participation of the entire KU community as we crafted this plan has really been humbling and energizing. Over 160 individuals were represented, several more than once, in either the steering committee or the 4 work groups or the 4 planning groups for the summits that will be upcoming. We've had almost 1,000 individuals named in the strategic initiative nominations, and well over 1,000 people took part in surveys or town halls, coffees, or participated in discussion boards. But what is really important to remember is that this process is only the prelogue. We're just starting because the real story, as the Chancellor mentioned, is yet to come. So today is not about an ending, but rather about the beginning of our transformation and a celebration of the hard work done so far. This plan provides a template for our transformation toward our vision as a top-tier public international research university. It's a roadmap to get there over 5 years. When I began, I was cognizant of the issue that we are somewhat planning weary, and that's why we took advantage of the tremendous work done during the 3 chancellors' task forces and even the earlier work on Initiative 2015. And what we're doing here is all about focus. We can't do everything all at once. Our goal is to build excellence. And so what we're doing is, while we maintain our comprehensive nature, which makes KU the special place it is, we're also moving forward in 6 key aspects that we can truly make a substantial positive difference on to elevate KU in important ways. And each of the 6 goals in our strategic plan is focused in a very particular way. The first 2 on education. In particular, in undergraduate education, we focus on pathways to and through KU, especially building a comprehensive curriculum, a core curriculum, that will position students for success and open up some life-changing experiences like study abroad, research, service learning, and other experiential opportunities such as leadership certificates. In graduate education, we're going to focus on the integrity of our highest degree, the doctoral degree. In research, we will ground our efforts in reliable data and build upon the synergies where we can combine our collective expertise in multidisciplinary efforts to tackle some of society's grand challenges. That's what the strategic initiatives are all about. In service, we're going to focus on broadening our avenues for scholarship so that we can make direct contributions to society through our scholarship efforts, and that can include entrepreneurship or K-12 innovations, business partnerships, or community-engaged scholarship. And goals 5 and 6 on building excellence in people and securing resources and infrastructure, they're all about supporting the previous 4 goals. So this plan will not sit on a shelf. That's why we're focusing, because we really want to aspire and reach those aspirations. Sarah Rosen, Senior Vice Provost, is leading the implementation team. The group has already had its first meeting. They will oversee logistics and communication of progress. Metrics are in place to help us measure where we are with respect to the peers we're aspiring to be. And metrics will be found on pages 52 to 55 of the larger plan. The implementation team will work closely with university governance. Each school will develop and implement its own more specific strategic plan intrinsically aligned with the universities. As many of you are aware, we are also moving forward with 4 strategic initiative themes. Planning is well underway for the summits. The first summit will take place for the strategic initiative on sustaining the planet, powering the world. It'll be held on Friday, November 18th at the Commons. The second summit on promoting well-being, finding cures will take place on Friday, December 2nd. Summits 3 and 4 will follow in January. These summits are opportunities to put the strategic initiative themes into action. The summits will include presentations in the morning and activities at lunch and in the afternoon that will engage the KU community, help build networks, plan for external funding opportunities and the leaders to carry them forward, to enhance the resources that we can bring to bear on these areas, and examine priorities for infrastructure investment and faculty hiring. Our goal is to work together on the ways in which these themes will guide our university, bring us great visibility, and attract stellar personnel, both in students, faculty, and staff. And finally, in addition to thanking all of you for the hard work, there are some particular individuals I'd like to recognize for their commitment and guidance. Dr. Mabel Rice served as co-chair of the Strategic Planning Steering Committee, and she's hard at work with Mary Lee Hummert and the summit groups to plan and realize the full potential of those summits. Barbara Romzek acted as project manager to keep things moving, and the work group co-chairs and the summit co-chairs, many of whom are here today, are playing key roles along with their committees. I also want to thank the great staff in the Provost's office who assisted in the strategic planning efforts, especially Linda Lucky, Sarah Crawford Parker, Heather Eastland, Paul Clute, and the entire team that we have of really great individuals who bring a variety of talents and dedication. There's not a variety of dedication. They're all very firmly dedicated, but they do have a variety of talents. I invite you to visit our new website, boldaspirations.ku.edu. View what we have jointly created, our strategic plan for the university as an overview and also for the KU Lawrence and Edwards campuses. It nourishes our soul as an institution, which leaves us now time for us to nourish our bodies with lunch. To celebrate our hard work, please do join me for lunch just next door. And thank you all again for your great efforts and commitments as we all collectively move KU forward. Rock Chalk.